And Sam is going to pick up his cart the next day and move a little closer down the beach. Let's say he moves here. And he will have gone from getting, from 12 customers to 5 customers, and now he's going to get, this is the middle between the two of them probably. So now he's going to pick up another customer, right? Maybe the next day he might scoot a little bit closer. Right? And now he's going to get an extra person. What's Bob think about this? Bob's going to be upset too, because now Sam's moving in on his new customers, and so Bob's going to also want to move his cart, right? And let's say Bob inches closer, and they could go back and forth, jumping around. Let's say that he moves a little closer, picks up another person. Finally, Sam says, well, forget this. I'm just going to move right next to Bob. And so Sam moves right next to Bob. Now, Bob is going to be getting 4 customers. Sam's going to get 8 customers, right? Yeah. What's Bob going to do the next day? He might beat up Sam. Bob's going to jump Sam, right? He's going to just move around to the other side of Sam. They're going to keep jockeying back and forth, right? So the next day, if Sam was getting 8 and Bob was getting 4, well, Bob just waits until Sam sets up, and then Bob moves from there to here. Right? And now Bob just went from 4 to 7, right? They can keep doing this all day, right? Jumping back and forth. What's gonna happen eventually?
Somebody's just gonna quit, maybe.
They might get sick and tired of it.
Or else they'll just split it.
Split.
The customers, like they're.
So how would they split the customers?
Or maybe they could combine and make a business.
One could buy the other one out. But if we don't allow them to, if we block any mergers between Sam and Bob, and just force them to keep jumping back and forth, what's going to end up happening is they'll keep moving until Sam positions himself on one side of the midpoint. And Bob's going to end up right next to Sam in the middle of the beach. They might still despise each other. They could be buddies, but it doesn't really matter either way, right? If they're both trying to sell the most ice cream, is there anything that either one of them can do now to make more money, to sell more ice cream?
No, because they're just going to keep going back and forth.
Yeah. So I mean, if Bob were to move, he were to try to set up somewhere else, he would lose money. If Sam were to try and set up somewhere else, he'd lose money. So now every day, it doesn't matter who gets there first or last, every day they keep coming back to the middle of the beach. We got a name for that in economics?
The breaking point? Or competitive?
They found an equilibrium.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they found this equilibrium position. So every day they keep coming back to the same spot, right? Nobody can do anything. They can't change anything to make themselves better off. Any change is going to result in a decrease in their revenues. So they're stuck coming back to the same spot in the middle of the beach, right? So we can take this example and expand it from just selling ice cream to voters, all right? And so now instead of Sam and Bob, you've got two politicians. And instead of people on the beach buying ice cream, you got people on voters that are trying to elect one or the other of these characters. And I like to think of this as, instead of Sam and Bob, I like to think of Hillary and Obama. And these are the Democrats on the left. And these are the Republicans. So we got Democrats, left-wing wackos, right? And then right-wing crazy gun-toting, bubbas, right? So this is this continuum. In the middle, instead of having the sun, these are like your moderates in the middle. And so we have this continuum of voters, not necessarily evenly distributed. You can have bunches, maybe you got a bunch of crazy right-wingers or a bunch of crazy left-wingers, but you still have this kind of continuum of people along the beach. Hillary and Obama are not positioning themselves in the middle of the beach because they're trying to get the Democratic nomination, right? And so you've got these people over here that are voting for the Democrats.
You can still get some of the moderates,
You might. You might. It depends on the state. Depends on all the specifics. It did work out pretty well. I got the beer bottle over here with the Democrats and the gun over here with the Republicans.
And the needles are somewhere.
The needle's somewhere right in the middle, right? So you got Hillary and Obama are fighting for back when they were fighting for the Democratic nomination, they're fighting for these votes over here. Yeah, maybe depending on the state, maybe some people over there, but they're not trying. They're not trying to get Republicans to vote for them because in a lot of states Republicans can't vote for the Democratic nomination.
Yeah.
So they're fighting mainly for these people. So where do they want to position themselves?
Right in the middle of that.
They want to be in the middle of these people, but they want to be in the middle, but to the side with the most people, right? So if they put themselves right in the middle, then they're not going to win. If the other person is right there next to them, they would tie.
So Obama got the first floor, and then Hillary got the
Well, so where would you put Obama? Closer, further left than Hillary, or further right than Hillary? Which one's more?
I think he's more right.
You think Obama's more right than Hillary? More Republican than Hillary?
I don't know. It's a tough call.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's pretty tough woman.
Yeah. The only thing that I remember really standing out, putting Hillary closer here to the middle, is I remember her and John McCain hugging or something.
But see, then Obama, on certain issues, it seems like he kind of almost doesn't know where he stands 100%. Or he'll have a standing point on the Democratic side, but he wants to compromise to get some Republicans to vote for him.
I'm going to put Obama over here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You could make that case. You could definitely make that case. But just to make it interesting, let's put him over here further to the left, right? And so he was, like you already said, he was able to, in the Democratic primary, he was able to position himself.
He was able to get beer bottle back.
He was able to get the beer bottle. Yeah, he was able to, actually, I'll have to fix these a little bit. He was able to get himself positioned far enough to the right that he was able to pick up all enough people left of him, right, would vote for him. And the people to the right of Hillary voted for her.